Hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot. And today I'm doing a quick elemental reading. This one is for the air signs. You've found the right place if you're a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or have any strong placements of those signs. Now I'm using the Tarot of Mystical Moments today. It's a gorgeous deck. If you're not familiar with it, check it out. I just mentioned that. I don't get any kickbacks. It's just gorgeous. Fact. So I'm going to go ahead and give the deck a good shuffle for y'all, and I'll meet you on the other side of the shuffle. All right, air signs, let's see what we've got. The Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Wands, and we start with the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is a card indicating a period of advancement or enthusiasm towards getting your message out, getting a communication out, being understood, having your philosophies shared and known and maybe even appreciated. This is very much a card in these modern times of social media, using social media to present your ideas, present your philosophies, present yourself, present your brand. So if you have a service or a skill that you provide, maybe on YouTube, Instagram, something like that, we find you working really hard, putting a lot of effort and creating a lot of content. If you're not so much a social media buff, this could be something like putting resumes out for jobs, or maybe even working on some sort of thesis for a college degree. But it's very much kind of sharing your philosophies and putting your ideas, your opinions, your assessments, observations into writing or into content and sharing them with others. There is sometimes with this card, there is a confidence, such a strong confidence in your ideas or your opinions or your philosophies that there isn't always as much energy put on listening or responding to feedback or taking a note, taking a little constructive criticism or something. So that's the only kind of inherent advice that this night comes with. As much as you are working so very hard and pushing your ideas forward, do leave a little room for constructive criticism or to respond to people who have questions or concerns or that sort of thing. Do remember the listening component of communication. We do, now this one is tricky because it isn't the happiest card, right? It indicates a time when you feel a sense of a lack of resources, lack of time. Sometimes this comes up when you've got a cold. There's just like a lack of health, There is often with this card a sense of being out in the cold, being forgotten. But the truth is there is help around you. There is help available if you need to delegate work in the office, or if you need your sister to pick you up cold medicine, if you need to borrow some money from maybe your mom to pay your rent or something. These are just a few ideas, right? Whatever you whatever area you're experiencing this sort of lack of resources, there is help available. There is sort of refuge from the cold, if you will, but you do have to reach out. So one of the issues with this card is you get so focused on your lack or your fear or sense of abandonment that you don't recognize that there is help right nearby. And especially for someone who with some Knight of Swords energy, which by the way is very air energy, right? It's very air sign energy, the Knight of Swords. But especially when you're in a go-go, present yourself mode, it's you may be feeling a little independent and not wanting to ask for help. But, there's a lesson in communicating your need with others and being real and being vulnerable about sometimes needing a little help. This is kind of carried forward in this Nine of Wands card, which is, why did I do that? There we go. The Nine of Wands is another card of feeling like, wow, low energy because you've put so much effort, so much work into something, usually a passion project or a dream. And there's so much that has gone into this a project that you're feeling worn down. You're feeling like almost as if you don't know if you're going to make it to the finish line with this thing. I always think of a marathon with this Nine of Wands card. I once ran a marathon one time. I trained for a program that raised money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society because I had a friend and a family member who each had a leukemia and lymphoma. And I'm not an athlete. Even back in the day when I ran this marathon, I was not an athlete. But you get to training and you put your you put the effort in. You go outside your comfort zone. You stretch. You reach out, and there's a point in the marathon for a lot of people. For me, it was like mile 19. I've spoken with other marathon runners that also have this feeling at mile 19 as well, that you just kind of hit a wall where you're just like, I don't think I can finish it. I don't think I'm going to make it. At mile 19, even though you've put all this effort into getting there, and you're more than halfway done, right? It just feels almost impossible, but you just got to find those reserves and you push through and somehow you make it, and you don't even remember the last couple of miles because you're just kind of coasting down the hill at that point. But it really is a kind of a mile 19 moment, the Nine of Wands. You might even be feeling like the physical effects of putting so much effort into a passion project or whatever you're working on. It could be, for some of you, it could be like even getting ready for a wedding, just all the work that goes involved with that, or doing a baby shower for your sister's first baby or something that you have a lot of passion for, that you're very attached to, that you've sacrificed a lot for, you've put a lot of energy into, a lot of creative energy, a lot of physical energy is maybe even causing some sort of, headaches or tiredness, aches and pains, something like that. But this card, even though it's acknowledging that sacrifice and that effort and that, maybe physical exhaustion, this card says keep going. This is only mile 19 and you're going to make it to 26. You're just feeling you're just feeling the effects, the mile 19 moment. Because the very next card we have is the Three of Wands, which is always a sort of, let's see if I can get it in focus. There we go. It's always a card of reaching a level of success, seeing a return on your investments. In the traditional depiction, the Rider-Waite-Smith version of this card, it's usually a figure on a hill looking into like a bay and seeing some ships come in, as if, you know, they're watching their ships come in. This card, of course, is a very beautiful adaptation, but the meaning is the same, right? Feeling like you've reached a plateau, feeling you've reached a height. So whatever this project is that you're working on, that you're pushing forward, that you might even be a little bombastic, or not always hearing all of the naysayers or the criticisms, while also maybe feeling a lack, maybe feeling a sickness, or here, let's see, there we go, feeling feeling a lack of resources, maybe a lack of time, and then a lack of energy, but you just keep pushing through it, and you're going to have your Three of Wands moment of success. So, air signs, don't forget to ask for help if you need it. It's there. But I'd love to hear whatever this is, whatever you're working on that's causing, you know, that inspires this momentum, but also is a lot of work. I'd love to hear about it if you feel like sharing in the comments what this might be for you, where this hits for you. If you like this reading, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be informed when my next readings come out. In any case, I hope this reading leaves you inspired, encouraged, and, you know, ready to break through that mile 19 moment. I wish you all the best, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Thank you so much for dropping by. Take good care.